Right now, as you sit here listening to this, there is another version of you, not a fantasy, not a dream, a real version of you that will exist 5 years from now. That future version is built by what you do today. Future you is watching how you respond to pressure, watching how you handle distraction, watching whether you keep your word or break it. Every action you take is sending a message forward in time. The question is simple. Are you building someone you will be proud of or someone you will need to forgive? Most people think their future will improve with time. Time does not improve anything by itself. Time exposes patterns. If you procrastinate today, you will procrastinate next year unless you change. If you avoid discomfort now, you will avoid bigger opportunities later. If you break promises to yourself in small ways, you will struggle to trust yourself in bigger ways. Future you is not created by hope. Future you is created by habits. Imagine yourself 5 years from now standing in front of you. Look at their posture, look at their health. Look at their confidence, look at their environment. Are they strong? Focused? Financially stable? Disciplined? Calm under pressure? Or are they tired? Frustrated? Regretful? Still talking about what they plan to start? That version is not random. It is forming right now. When the alarm rings and you choose to snooze, future you feels that. When you choose to train even when tired, future you benefits from that. When you scroll for hours instead of building your skill, future you pays for that. When you invest one focused hour into your goal, future you grows stronger. Every small action is a deposit or a withdrawal. Think about discipline as a gift you send forward in time. You wake up early today. 5 years later, future you has stronger habits. You save money today. 5 years later, future you has options. You study daily today. 5 years later, future you has leverage. You train your body today. 5 years later, future you has energy. Now think about avoidance. You delay today. 5 years later, future you faces limited choices. You overspend today. 5 years later, future you carries stress. You ignore your health today. 5 years later, future you carries consequences. You stay silent today. 5 years later, future you carries regret. Future you is watching every negotiation you make with yourself. I will start Monday. I deserve a break. It is not the right time. It is too late for me. Each excuse feels harmless now. But future you knows the truth. They know how many Mondays passed. They know how many breaks turned into habits. They know how much time slipped away. If you could sit down with future you for 10 minutes, what would they say? Would they thank you for staying consistent? Would they respect you for pushing through discomfort? Would they appreciate that you chose growth over comfort? Or would they look at you with quiet disappointment? You do not need to be extreme. You need to be aligned. Alignment means your daily actions match the person you say you want to become. If you say you want to be fit but skip workouts, you are out of alignment. If you say you want financial freedom but spend impulsively, you are out of alignment. If you say you want success but avoid effort, you are out of alignment. Alignment builds power. Misalignment builds internal conflict. That conflict becomes stress. That stress becomes self-doubt. Future you is shaped by alignment. The disciplined version of you understands something powerful. Motivation is temporary. Identity is permanent. If you rely on motivation, your actions will fluctuate. If you rely on identity, your actions stabilize. Start asking yourself different questions. Instead of asking, do I feel like doing this? Ask, is this what the future version of me would choose? That question removes emotion from the equation. The future strong version of you would wake up. The future confident version of you would practice. The future wealthy version of you would invest. The future calm version of you would respond with control instead of anger. Act like that version now. You do not become disciplined overnight. You become disciplined decision by decision. Small promises kept daily. Wake up when you said you would. Complete what you started. Finish tasks before entertainment. Train even when you feel average. Each kept promise strengthens your internal foundation. Self-trust grows. And self-trust changes everything. When you trust yourself, you set bigger goals. When you trust yourself, you recover faster from failure. When you trust yourself, you stop doubting every step. Future you thrives on self-trust. Regret grows where self-trust collapses. Think about the last promise you broke to yourself. It felt small at the time, but it weakened your belief. Now multiply that by years. That is how regret becomes heavy. Future you does not need perfection. Future you needs consistency. You do not need to change your entire life today. You need to change your standard today. Set non-negotiable habits. 30 minutes of focused work daily. 4 workouts per week. A fixed savings percentage. 10 pages of reading. 1 uncomfortable action per day. Simple, clear, repeatable. When you follow through, future you smiles. When you hesitate, future you waits. Time is moving regardless of your pace. 5 years will pass whether you act or not. The only question is who you will be when they arrive. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is built in daily routines. Not in grand announcements, not in dramatic resolutions. In quiet discipline. In showing up when nobody applauds. In choosing growth when comfort whispers. Future you is watching how you handle boredom. Success is often boring. Repetition, practice, structure. Most people quit because they crave stimulation. Future you benefits when you embrace repetition. Future you grows when you master fundamentals. Future you wins when you stop chasing shortcuts. Shortcuts often create long delays. There is no shortcut to strength. There is no shortcut to skill. There is no shortcut to trust. You either build slowly with discipline or rebuild painfully after regret. Future you prefers slow, steady growth over dramatic collapse. Imagine walking into your future home. Would you feel proud? Imagine opening your future bank account. Would you feel secure? Imagine looking at your future body in the mirror. Would you feel strong? Those images are not random dreams. They are outcomes of today's actions. Every time you choose discipline, you vote for that vision. Every time you choose comfort, you vote against it. Votes compound. Identity solidifies. Life reflects. The strongest mindset shift you can make is this. Stop living only for present comfort. Start living for future respect. Respect from yourself. You can lie to others. You cannot lie to your own conscience. You know when you are avoiding effort. You know when you are shrinking your potential. Future you knows too. That version is shaped by courage in small moments. Courage to wake up. Courage to say no to distractions. Courage to endure temporary discomfort. Courage to keep going when progress feels slow. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is protection. It protects your future from chaos. It protects your confidence from erosion. It protects your dreams from becoming regrets. When you feel resistance, pause. Visualize future you standing behind you, watching, waiting, hoping you choose wisely. That image creates accountability. You are not acting alone. You are acting on behalf of the person you will become. Do something today that future you will thank you for. Send the email. Start the training. Write the plan. Study the material. Apologize if needed. Have the difficult conversation. Save the money. Invest the hour. Small actions. Massive impact over time. The gap between average and exceptional is not talent. It is consistent alignment with a future vision. Most people drift. Drifting leads to regret. Intentional living leads to respect. Future you is not asking for perfection. Future you is asking for effort. Effort daily. Effort when tired. Effort when unnoticed. Effort when results are invisible. Those invisible days build visible success later. Stay patient, stay disciplined, stay aligned. 5 years from now, you will either look back with pride or with frustration. That future moment is being decided right now. Future you is watching. Make them proud.